Hey, it's Joshua Vergara. What's going on, everybody? And we hope you have enjoyed all of the Samsung Galaxy S8 and S8 Plus coverage that we've brought to you so far. However, we wanted to get back to you about Bixby, the assistant that Samsung is adding onto their Samsung Galaxy devices now, and that can all be triggered using the Bixby button that is found on the left side underneath the volume rocker. Simply press the button and then a Bixby splash screen will come up, which is listening for your voice. And you will be able to say a bunch of different voice commands, all of which will trigger something in the phone, anything from even turning down the screen brightness to pulling up the most recent taken photo and even to taking a selfie. But there are going to be a ton of other applications that will be supported by Bixby, and a number of them will be available out of the box. If you were watching the Unpacked event, you also saw that there was a mixture of voice and touch. Essentially, the fact that you will be able to trigger a function with your voice and then finish the action using some sort of contextual item that is brought up on the screen. This is what kind of integration you can expect with Samsung applications, and hopefully that layer will also be made available to third-party applications, so you don't have to be beholden to Samsung's own applications. Bixby will be layered into the cameras, however, making the Samsung Galaxy S8 cameras even more powerful. A small icon will be made available so that you can trigger the scanning application. Not only can you scan words and translate from dozens of different languages, but you can scan pretty much any item or even place to get contextual information based upon it. The Bixby database will be pulling from places like Amazon, and it will be able to tell you product information about different items or some information about a place that it recognizes as you have it inside of the camera's frame. This icon will also appear in pictures that you have already saved in your phone, as a Bixby icon will appear in the gallery so that it will be able to scan the photo and do a sort of reverse image search and then bring you information about the thing that you show Bixby. Now, if a lot of these features sound kind of familiar, it's because they probably are to you. Bixby has a lot of capabilities that are very similar to Google Now and Google Now on Tap, especially the fact that the Bixby button can be made contextual. However, hitting the Bixby button is really just the start of it all, because Bixby will also integrate into the main home screens. Swipe over from the left and you will be able to see a Bixby splash screen where a lot of contextual items will be shown. There's no denying that this year, 2017, is going to be the year of assistants and artificial intelligence, and Bixby is just another foray into that particular world. So we will see if Samsung is able to create an assistant in Bixby, even if it doesn't quite roll off the tongue, that is incredibly useful on top of what has already been a pretty useful Google Assistant. After all, Google Assistant does come built in on the Samsung Galaxy S8 devices. So when will you be able to use Bixby? Well, Korean Samsung devices will get its capabilities at launch, and then the US will follow shortly after. From there, Bixby will continue to get updates, so all of its capabilities should be able to evolve pretty exponentially over the next year or so, making Bixby a pretty good competitor to Google Assistant, even though it sits alongside it. So we just wanted to recap the Bixby features and then also make it known to you the integration that it has with a lot of Samsung applications, Samsung official applications, that is. If you want to see all of these details in a full written feature, you can go over to AndroidAuthority.com, and Robert Triggs has a wonderful article that will tell you all you need to know about Bixby that we were told at the Unpacked events. So keep it tuned to Android Authority for all of the best about the Samsung Galaxy S8 and the S8 Plus, as we are reporting to you live from New York City where the Unpacked event was. Keep it tuned here, and remember to drop us some thumbs up on these videos, and also you can subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and don't forget to hit that bell next to it so you can see when all of our videos like this come to your inbox. From there, you can keep it tuned to Android Authority for even more, because we are your source for all things Android.